What's up, gamers? Episode 72, coming at you live from, well, not live, coming at you pre-recorded from a lot of different areas.
All over the world.
Countries.
On Thursday.
Without a doubt, top three.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Welcome back. Well, I wanted to start this off by letting everyone know that Twitch has invaded and ruined my brain and personality by streaming.
What happened?
Twitch
My
culture.
mom, I was talking to my mom, and she was talking about someone named Candace.
Oh, no.
And I came...
No way you said it to her.
I didn't.
Okay.
But I came up Art Simpson say it, and I still remember it because it was so fucking embarrassing. Because she was like, "What did you just say to me?" Like that. Because I thought like, oh no, is that like a sexual thing or something? And I still think about that. And this would have been worse.
I don't know if it would have been. No, it might have been worse.
It might have
Yeah.
been kind of funny.
Yeah.
It could have
It's
been
not a
funny
big deal.
if she got it, you know? She like
I don't
understood
think so.
it.
I don't think people who aren't like, ruined by Twitch culture would even get that.
Well, if you said Candace nuts fit in her mouth, maybe you should get. But if she was just like talking about her friend Candace, and you went, "Can my balls fit in her mouth?" It'd be like, what?
I feel like both ways you've got some explaining to do.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude. She understands what these youngsters are like nowadays. She would have
Yeah,
gotten
but that's
it.
not even funny. It's just-
Oh, it's
just like-
hilarious. What are you talking about? If you get a proper any of those jokes, like the Ligma, the Candace, any of that, if you get one of those, that is supreme.
You belong
Every
on
once in a while,
Twitch.
somebody will come in and give me with one. They'll like Kansas or something, or dragging my balls across your
Sea
face.
of
Or,
Thieves.
yeah. Sea of Thieves,
Imagine
yeah.
dragons.
I
Imagine
do
dragging these
enjoy.
balls.
I do enjoy when the original ones. When the first time you hear it, you
Yeah,
haven't heard it
yeah.
a million times, and it like is in context, like in a really good context to what you're saying or whatever. Then great. But the ones that you fucking hear 300 times,
And
that's what you
Yeah,
guys
it's a
are
one
plagued
out of a
with.
million that you get that one,
Anytime-
but when you do, it's so
Any
good.
single time somebody donates in my chat and says some shit like, "Hey, have you heard of," and then says something, or "Have you played," and then says a game title.
Just say
Every
shit.
time I'm like, "What is this? Is this a D's nuts? Are you D's
I know.
nutting me?"
What
is this?
I'm so paranoid now.
And they're like,
got
"No, I just have you played the game? Like, have you played this game?" I'm like,
Yes.
"Okay."
Someone's like,
I got-
hey Z-Chum, when's the last time you played Rust? And he's like, is this a D's nuts thing? I'm fucking
My rusty nuts falling over the drape of your nose. Nice try. No. I got Orby with an original one the other day that actually not to toot my own horn, was very funny. He was talking about with DB or something. They were talking. There was like a quiz show, and then they were like, "What is like the secret ingredient used to describe something in cooking terms?" And the answer was umami, right? And I wrote to Orby, "I took umami out for dinner last night." That was good.
Got him.
I got him real good.
I once called my doctor gamer. That was like 6 months ago.
Thanks,
And then
gamer.
I almost called my friend. I was getting my hair cut, and I saw a kid I haven't seen since high school.
You
And
call
when I
him
saw him,
gamer?
my very first instinct was to go, "What's up, gamer?" He doesn't even fucking play games. He
I have
doesn't
thrown
even-
out a gamer or two before in my life too.
Yeah,
It's such a good, like,
Mhm.
I use it for everybody. Guys, gals, non-binary beings. Everyone is a gamer to me. And if I need to speak to someone, or somebody donates to me, or somebody asks me a question, I can just be like, "Thanks, gamer." Because come on, you're on Twitch. Like, you're a gamer.
Right. If
Right?
you're on
Such a
Twitch,
good-
it's
it's such
easy.
a good
Yeah.
term of endearment.
Yes.
Clutch.
And then in real life, my brain is already wired for Twitch, and I'm like, hey, gamer. Okay, you haven't played a game in your entire life.
I did that with my barber. That's the one that it was.
Maybe they play chess. Maybe that's a game to them. You know,
I knew known I had done it. Yeah, but it was my
Good.
He's really. I need another haircut. I was gonna do it yesterday, but then shit got in the way. I think he was all like, well, that kind of makes sense. He just called me a gamer. Okay.
Some kind of loser.
He always remembers me every time I come in. He's like, "Oh, hey, Sterling," because like the thing is like he charges like 300 pesos for a haircut, which is like $15, and I always give him 500 pesos. It's like that's a bill.
So generous.
And I think that's more of a tip than he normally gets. So I do. He does remember me. He's like, "Oh, it's this fucking stupid bitch." But yeah, so yeah, but yeah. One time I called him a gamer on account. I felt a little bit stupid about it.
I decided today, speaking of barbers, that I'm going to cut my hair. I know. Big news,
well, you
very
always have
exciting.
a different plan for your hair all the time. It's like, I'm growing
I
it out.
can't
I'm
fucking-
doing this.
I can't fucking decide or stay with anything. I switch up my look a lot. I'm like a
This is
chameleon. What?
I like when you shave
that's
it
your
all off.
normal. You like to really you get into something, you love it, and then like a week later you're like, I'm fucking out of this hairstyle. I'm shaving it. It's
I
too
switch
much.
up my look a lot. I'm like Gary Oldman or something.
I was. Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know. I decided, what the fuck do I want long hair for? I was growing it out, and I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just gonna cut it. It's annoying.
Was your plan to do a ponytail or something like that length, or
You should do a ponytail,
no,
Aqua.
no, I wanted
No.
like
Do a ponytail.
like
No, you
shoulder
should not.
length,
Yeah,
like long
yeah.
hair. You know,
Come on, try something new. Just grab it all and tie it up in the back.
I mean, I'll do it right now.
I was
God,
drunk
that would be
last night,
exciting.
and I said that I was going to grow my hair out like the lead singer from the Horrors, who's got basically like Strokes hair. I don't fucking know what you call that.
It's like my hair now. A little
Yeah,
longer,
yeah,
maybe.
just more messy. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. And then I woke up
So
today and I was
every
like,
teenager
I am
in
not
2008,
doing that. Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know, here's the problem. I feel like a kid. I feel like a little kid with my hair
baby.
like this. I feel like it makes me look younger when I'm out and about. It's like I'm trying to like put it back like Jeff Bridges or something a little more, you know, but it doesn't really, I don't know. I'm going to get a fucking haircut. It's
you know
time.
the awkward thing? Because my brother has a ponytail. He's had a
Yeah.
ponytail forever now. But yeah, it's always the problem where he's like, I never want to cut it below like just barely being able to get it in a bun, because when it gets annoying, you want to put it up, and you get this awkward thing, but between essentially where Aqua's hair is now and a ponytail, that it's like an absolute
awkward
nightmare to
phase.
manage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aqua, you should
Very
try something
inconsistent.
totally. You should go in and just be like, "What do you
Give me a
think?
mullet.
What do you think I
me
would
up,
look good
yeah.
with?
Yeah.
You
give
fuck
it
me up.
Give
Just
it to him.
like-
Just be like, you do
Yeah,
it.
maybe I will. You know,
Do
'cause
something
worst case, I'll
totally-
just buzz it if it's horrible.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
I
just
could
do
try it
something
out.
totally new. To be like, make me look like a lawyer. Make me look like a used car salesman.
once, and
Make
I
me.
hated it.
Yeah, but you got to try it. Just go for it. Have fun
I
with it.
went in. They made it all like neat. Like I was like fucking Patrick Bateman. That's the guy, right?
Yeah,
From-
Yeah, but he just slicks it back.
Yeah, well, he made it like very business looking, and then lined up my beard so it was like
Okay, that's
pencil
weird.
lines, and I was like, I looked like I don't know.
You look like
It was-
the pencil line beard can be like weird.
No, it wasn't pencil line. It was like just lined up. Like everything was very like rigid and shaped and like
I don't like the shaped fucking beard when they like
It was
purposely
so
like
weird.
shave off and make it like a hard
God.
line going
Yeah.
down
Yes,
your
that-
face.
But you can keep
that.
that for like
I
2
hate
days.
that.
Like you'll lose that in a couple days.
Yeah, but I hate it.
yeah, but
It makes you look
until
like a model.
yes, I looked way
Like a
too
fake-
clean cut.
Like a
It
fake
looked
person.
yeah. I knew
I'm
a guy.
in with the Aqua. Like I said, I need a haircut. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna talk to my guy. I don't know what his name is, but I'm gonna tell him to fuck me up.
You just
Yeah.
tell them have fun
Dude,
with it.
show up on stream and just have everyone like, who is this fucking guy? Just like totally different.
No, I'm gonna make him pay for it. No, yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah, no, stream's gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Stream pays for the haircut.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, they gotta pay like hundreds of dollars to make me do it.
He's like,
Exactly.
how can I
All
make
300
my-
pesos, but 500 because I got to tip my usual amount. So let's
can I-
let's get those primes going.
Let me milk those, dude.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. You have a few days before this comes out that you can tell Chad it's because of them that they're getting a
Yeah,
haircut.
they won't
that's
know
weird.
about it until
Yeah.
Thursday. So I need to raise enough money to where I can, utilize my chat and then they're all
How
going to
can
realize
I
that this
make
is all this
my
orchestrated
chat-
and planned, and I'm just using you for your fucking dollar bills.
How can I make them pay for a mundane trip to the barber that I was gonna do anyways? How can they pay for this?
Just tell him to get as dirty and wild as he wants with me. Yeah, that'd be sick. I like that. You guys wait till
Come on,
next week and I'm really
barbers-
fucked up.
Barber
Yeah,
sees
let's see
so
what
many
he-
fucking people all day, and they gotta listen to. I want to look like this guy. I want to look like this. To just let them just take control, man.
Like putting
Yeah.
a block of marble in front of Michelangelo.
It's so true because, like, you think about artists always all the time, like they have their own art style, they have their own thing that they are into, that they specialize in, and then they get commissions, and the commission guy's like, I want to see my dog oil painted wearing a robe and a pipe, and the guy's like, dude, I do like comic book art, like what the fuck is this?
I want to see my little kitty with a huge dick.
So like, yeah, like that's barbers.
Provide them with a blank canvas for once.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. I'm in. Sign me up. I say a lot of things when I've been drinking, but sign me up.
Have you guys seen Better Call Saul? Have you guys watched Better Call Saul?
Like
No,
the first
I want
season,
to.
I haven't stayed up to date.
I haven't
I mean, you
watched
guys
it.
watched Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
I've only seen
Okay.
season 1 of Breaking Bad.
Okay, well, fuck you, Kings. Fuck you too. It's the
How do you
greatest.
watch show, but I don't need to watch the rest of it, and I don't really care because
Go
it didn't
watch
change my life.
Firefly again.
Whatever. Anyways,
And I went and rewatched Firefly.
I was watching Better Call Saul, and I made it through I actually watched all of it. It's in its final season right now. And
Yeah.
I caught up. I went from episode 1 to final season in less than a week.
Man, you just finished The Sopranos. You move quick.
Man,
Man.
CJM, you really got nothing going
Okay,
on.
but I've
I've
been
been
streaming
God
last
damn.
Yeah.
I've been unwell for the last week and had nothing to do
That's
but
true.
lay in bed.
Okay,
so,
yeah, fair.
Z-Chub and I are both
dude,
dying all week. Like a
there
week
is-
straight.
There is a guy in Better Call Saul. This doesn't spoil anything. There's
Mhm.
just this actor. There's this guy in Better Call Saul. He's one of the film students who helps Jimmy make his little ads. Oh my god. It was like spitting fucking image of Decky. Look at this guy. I actually already got and I know you're gonna be like, that doesn't look like me, but when I saw it, I was like, that's fucking Decky. That guy looks
Right.
just like Decky. The second I saw
Yeah.
it, I was like,
No, I see it. Yeah.
that's Decky.
Hair similar, glasses similar, overall facial structure.
yeah, and
I
then
see
It's a
it,
little
yeah.
more like compressed. Like
Yeah,
if
I
would say
Decky's
it's
head were
definitely-
like squashed in
I
like
got a
vice.
massive forehead, so
vertically.
yeah, like you just
Yeah.
crunch it down. That's what you'd get.
Yeah, look at that one. I couldn't like unsee it, and he shows up like every season for like 2 episodes, and every time I was like, it's Decky, I gotta take a photo. That's Decky.
If
I don't
I
think
was
it's that
putting
much,
on
but-
some weight instead of losing this weight, then yes, absolutely.
Well, it's more about just like the way he like acts. He's always like, which is I don't know, it's just the way like the way I like see Decky is just like,
That's pretty.
yeah, I'm fucking obsessed with the Breaking Bad universe again.
Mm.
It's been like
Well-
5 years, and now I'm like totally.
I mean, they gave us El Camino, which was absolute fucking garbage. But
I never watched El Camino.
and you shouldn't have.
That's why you still
As
like
far as
the
TV,
universe.
I have like a couple of weeks ago, somebody put the trailer for Outer Range, which is like what Josh Brolin. It's a Prime exclusive,
Mhm.
but it's about like cowboy Josh, and I was like, Josh Brolin, I like him. He is like Thanos, didn't care, but like he was the fucking
He was Thanos?
yeah.
I think Thanos was just a computer. I'm gonna be honest.
Someone had to give him a voice.
But I always think of
okay.
Josh as like the guy
Or
from
voice.
Sicario, like a sleazebag douche, but kind of just doing his part. And I like Josh Brolin as an actor. Not my favorite, but he's cool. Anyway, so there's this show called Outer Range, and it's about these. He is, yeah.
But
I
I've only
don't
seen
like
the
the sound of
trailers.
that. I'm gonna
so
be honest.
I
That's
can't
intriguing.
give spoilers. But I've only seen the trailers. But it's some sort of supernatural hole, from what I
My
like. The
God.
Yeah,
mod-
there's definitely
Very
questions about
interesting.
the hole. And like I
What's
said,
this
it's kind
hole
of
doing here?
reminiscent of Lost with some major supernatural mysteries with the hole. And there's only 4 episodes released right now. I've watched all 4, and I am in on Outer Range. It's great. It's great.
I'm gonna
So
write
if
this
you guys
down.
got time, Outer Range, Amazon Prime,
Write that down.
get in there. It's got like
I like a
super
good
pretty
hole.
Montana mountains, farms, cows, cowboy Josh Brolin. It's great.
And he's got a big hole.
A hole. That's a selling
Hey,
point right
what's
there.
a big hole like this doing in?
I'm not-
It's a thing.
This was a nice town before
Maybe it's
that.
the guy from Reddit digging the hole. Is this the hole that guy was digging? They made a show out of it already. Damn.
It was a nice town before that supernatural ghost hole appeared.
Ding.
But after trying to watch like Moon Knight every week and Halo every week, I was all actually like, oh my God, I
You
care about
tried
this
to
show.
watch Halo every week?
I tried. I watched like 3 weeks in a row. I haven't watched like the last week.
Fuck,
that
I
they
watched
did.
10 minutes and gave up on that.
I really want to dedicate myself to these different shows. And I'm like, Halo's garbage, but I want to like clearly it
been
will
better with a
redeem
big
itself. But
hole.
I need to be fully engrossed so I can give a proper review. You know?
If only Halo had a giant fucking hole in the middle of the field.
There's something very interesting about that. Just hearing about it gets me all excited. Like I want to see this show. I want to.
It's called
Speaking-
Montana Hole.
Speaking of Montana
Mhm.
and holes, I went gun shooting. I don't know if you saw my Instagram.
Should I have the video placed?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, a moment of silence.
We
for
have
the
that
video.
level of technology.
Nice.
It was not as fun as I expected it to be. It was pretty cool for a little bit, but after like shooting like 100 of these things, is like we went around
Clay
like 10
pigeons.
courses and shot 10 things at each thing, and it's
Yeah.
like starting to hurt. And the thing kept punching me in the face, hit me in the face. I'm got like a black eye. I'm all sore here.
Wait,
I'm
what was
sore
hitting you in
here.
the face? The
The
shell?
gun.
He couldn't
How was
hold
the
it.
gun hit you in the
Shooting
face?
a
He's
12 gauge.
holding it against his shoulder.
You
He's
gotta-
got his
Yeah, it was
feet
like
on it.
aiming, and it like pop up in my face a little bit. I don't know how to have the right form or anything.
Uncle comes back
And it
from the
kept,
range
like-
with like a bruised face.
I kind of did. Yeah, it like I was real tender here. It's starting to feel better now, but like also here,
Yeah, my shoulder
Really,
gets
really-
a little raw.
Yeah,
it's a
your
little
shoulder.
raw. Yeah,
Yeah.
That thing had some oomph to it.
You
After
didn't have
a
fun?
while, No, I did have fun. It was pretty cool, but it started to get a little painful after like the 75th shot. There's a lot of shooting.
That's a lot of shooting.
Yeah, that I think I just shot too much, but it was cool. I was actually like pretty good at it. I can shoot little tiny flying discs through the air with a shotgun. I have done it before, but this was my first time using the. My dad's friend who came with us had like it. I don't know too much about guns, but it appeared to be the exact shotgun that I like to use in Tarkov. You like load it on the side and then through the bottom the same way with the thumb, and it holds
So
like 5
any
shells.
semi-automatic
The
shotgun,
most
semi-automatic shotgun.
Yes, it was that. A semi-automatic shotgun. You
Millions.
guys are making me
There's
feel
millions.
stupid.
There's just
There's
millions
tons
of them.
those, Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
just like it. It was black.
Mm.
There's
A gun that's black. Mm-hmm.
So it just looked like a black shotgun. So-
Yeah,
nice.
and shot the same way.
I'm glad you had fun.
It was fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the range in a while.
I haven't I haven't like really like gone out and done many interesting things, so it was fun to get out and do something a little different.
I
Nice.
called my local gun store because when my grandpa passed away, he left me some handguns. But at the time, I didn't have a handgun license, so they just stayed at my grandma's. And my dad wants to like get them to me since I have a handgun license and I can own them. I call the gun store and I'm like, hey, how do I get these guns? They're like in Virginia. How do I get these like sent to me? And the guy, he's like real quick gives me some info. He's like, oh, just get a gun store down there to get in touch with me, and then they'll get it like shipped to me, whatever. And then we talked for 20 minutes about Florida and the weather. And he like wouldn't like stop talking about. He's like, it's nice down there in Florida. Yeah, I was just down there a couple weeks ago, and I was like, okay. When you start giving somebody like oh, that's awesome. That's crazy. Cool.
Just trying to get him to stop.
Just trying to get him to shut up about guns. And I'm like, look, I'm not that interested in guns in Florida weather. Honestly, I just needed some info too. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, man. He'd be like, yeah, God, they say it's great down there, but you gotta have seasons, And I was like, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, man. I'll talk
it's been a long pandemic. You just need to talk.
Shut the fuck up. Sounds like you were talking to me on the phone. I have very strong opinions about Florida weather.
Just shut up.
You can see a gator down there. Sometimes they get in your pool.
Speaking of the guns, actually last night, we had some of Tanya's family over, and Tanya does have a sister, and she's married. And
she brought a gun?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the gun spot.
Yeah, it's coming. The like husband-in-law who like I see like multiple times a month. We're friends. He came over and he's seen my setup, he's seen everything, but he like started really questioning the 3D printer, and he's like, "So can you 3D print me a gun?" And I was like, I'm not going to. Who was I? But it was just like, can you 3D print me a gun? And I was like, and like, I was very taken aback. I was like,
yeah, like a Nerf gun.
This sounds very nefarious, and I was like, should I be scared that you're asking me this question right now? But I was like, it can. I'm not doing that because there's laws and bullshit and other stuff, and I've never done that. I'm not gonna look into it. But just the overall question frightened me a tad.
I feel like there's certain things that'll put you on like a list if you like look up.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not on that list right now, and I'm not gonna be on that list.
Most people will purchase and register a handgun where you have the top portion, like the barrel and the slide, are made out of metal, but the lower portion of a handgun is usually made out of some sort of like polymer.
Yeah,
and so people 3D print those lower portions, and they create
but the top is what
of like lower. The top is a part that's registered and serialed, and that has a lot of laws and regulations. So you can't really 3D print that. You can't 3D print a metal barrel.
A barrel, yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can make those things, and that's where you get very illegal by creating that. But it's perfectly legal in most states. I know you're in Mexico, but to when people say 3D print a gun, what they're mostly talking about is 3D printing like most of like the non like crucial moving elements of a weapon. It's more like just fun, like how it looks type stuff.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, someone asked me that one time, was like, because I said something about a 3D printer, and I think they asked like, well, could you 3D print like guns? And I was like, well, I don't think it really works.
I mean, there are some like, like the Liberator from like World War II is like a little single shot like pipe essentially. You can make, people can you can 3D print like out of like ABS or shit like that.
Yeah, but
that
you can
get
make
like one shot out of, but it might explode in your hand and fucking kill you. Like,
I saw a guy make like a particle or a magnetic accelerator thing on YouTube that could fucking kill someone. Yeah. Like if you put a little metal ball in like a long tube with a bunch of magnets spaced the right way, that'll launch that fucking ball.
Gauss rifle.
Yeah. That's kind of like a gun.
What's perfectly legal to make in the US is just a slam fire shotgun, which is just a pipe with a slightly larger diameter pipe on the other end with a fucking nail through it so it hits the primer, and it's just two pipes and you just pull them apart.
It's like the pipe shotgun in Rust.
you put a little shell in it, and then you slam the other pipe into it so it hits the little primer and it shoots out of the pipe, and it's totally legal to make.
Why do you know this?
Just make these little pipe
Research.
slam fire shotguns.
Don't ask those questions, Aqua.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just,
You know,
maybe
list-
next time you
you
go
know-
to the range, you could take some lead pipes. Where's your gun? It's right here.
When I was watching Dexter, whenever he was talking about like hiding bodies and murder and this and that, my Amazon device that listens to things would like be. It was really weird, actually. It was like kind of funny, but like really weird. It would go like boo boo, you know, when it would like after he would say something like really creepy like that.
I didn't say
And
that.
then I would
didn't
look,
say
and then
that.
I would
It was
say
the
like,
movie,
I would
Alexa.
say,
It was the
Jeff,
movie.
don't get
Don't put me on
excited.
the
We're
FBI list.
watching Dexter, okay? It's a show.
I'm watching a movie. I'm watching a movie.
Please. Yeah. It was weird because it really did like make like little chime noises. Like I don't know if it was a coincidence or what, but
Yeah.
The other day, I said thank you to her after I was like, "What's the weather, Alexa? What's the weather
I
gonna be
always
for the
say
week?"
thank you to her.
I said thank you, and she sang a little song. She was like, "You're very, very, very welcome," and like sing a little. I was like so like.
Oh,
I didn't ask for that. Like I was like,
Remember this, Alexa. Remember this when you're killing off the human race. I was with you. I'm
I think
on your
Z-Chum's-
side.
I think Z-Chum's model might just have a little tiny person in there. It's like
there's like a little
speaking through
orchestra.
a
and then-
megaphone.
you know when you like use the Go XLR, the hard tune, it was like, okay, not like that. But she was like, "You're
You
very,
made
very
Becky's dogs
welcome."
bark.
It was like jarring because you never hear her sing with like an orchestra of music behind her.
That is weird.
You guys watched the new Batman? It came out on HBO.
Yep.
I watched half of it.
I watched it.
It was long. It was like 3 hours.
It was
3
too
hours.
long. And
That's the reason why I didn't watch it in theaters. I was gonna rent it out of theater, and then my car broke down, and then I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But then I was like, oh, should I go do it now? And then I was like, it's 3 hours. I'll just wait an extra week.
I've been
those two
seeing
videos.
those memes I sent. Dude, I saw
Those made
so
me
many of
giggle
those.
a lot.
I didn't know. I figured Nirvana was in the Batman movie. I figured because of all the memes, like
No.
every single Batman meme that goes like something's in my ass.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, it's the Nirvana something in the way. Haha.
that is in the movie, right?
I didn't know
That's,
it was in the movie.
yeah.
And then early in the movie, you hear like the dun, 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 and I was like, all I could think the whole time is like, something's in my ass. And like every time Robert Pattinson would like do anything, I'd be like, something's in my ass. And Katie would be like, shut up, stop saying that.
What's in your ass? What? Stop.
The thumb drive.
Yeah.
Thumb drive in my ass.
Honestly, Batman, like, it's cool, but like the line between like cool and just silly with the costume is so thin. You know, it's like all you have to do is just put like someone a little more goofy in like a Batman
It's
mask, and it
it's
gets
silly
very
enough
funny.
that at just the wrong angle,
Yeah,
it looks silly.
like even in some of the movies with like the Tim Burton ones or whatever, when like Michael Keaton would like look up, he'd be like like that. Like he couldn't turn his
Yeah, where
neck.
he's
He'd be
like-
like,
Yeah, his they wouldn't let each costume. Each one is pretty interesting, but Keaton's
Yeah.
they wouldn't let it turn the neck. It was just like a solid fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
They'd be
gross
like,
thing.
what? I'm Batman.
something's in my ass.
I can't turn my neck. Yeah.
But like emo Robert Patterson was good.
It was
It was a
good.
great-
It was
it
good.
was a great
It wasn't the
movie.
best movie, but it was good.
It's a good movie. But there are some shots where at just the right angle, it looks silly. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
admit it looks
100%,
silly.
It's
yeah.
hard to get away with the
I
Batman.
had no
suit.
problem with it. You have to suspend a little bit of your brain of like realism for a lot
Or
of it. But.
you've got like a room full of like cops who are like, you know, they had to go to like some sort of training academy for like half a year. They had to like learn to be cops, and then you get a guy in a costume who like walks in, and he's like, oh.
and the police commissioner is just totally on his side. Just this bat guy. Like, all right, you're gonna punch me in the face.
Well, he's not the commissioner, but yeah.
But and
not?
everyone's like,
No,
"Are you
that's not
sure you're
Commissioner
okay
Gordon?
with this?" They're like,
That's
"Chief, you
before-
sure
that's
you're okay
before.
with this guy?"
This is from year 2, like the comic year 2, like that timeline. I don't think he's commissioner yet.
Year
The
two.
other guy that comes in is
whatever.
the commissioner. In the beginning,
Okay.
yeah, he's just a cop.
I liked it. I thought it
need
was
to-
great. I think it was a little bit silly, but just it was right on the line.
At the end, there was definitely some more way too comic booky things, and I was like, dial
Yeah.
that back a little bit. But it's still overall good.
It was good.
And
Uh,
speaking of his overall image, though, I really like how they made him very large. Like anytime it showed him like in a room
Yeah,
with
they
other
did.
people, he was like towering, which
I
I thought was a
think-
pretty cool like
In terms of
imagery
like,
thing that they went after.
in terms of costume, I think Christian Bale's Batman was the most like badass.
I went back and I saw part of like one of the Nolan ones, and he's like just got like a little like dick sucking hole in his face. He's like it looks dumb as shit looking at it now. I much prefer the like show me the jawline.
yeah, it goes like right through his jaw, but it just like you're not. Come on, you if you stare at Batman and have a whole ass discussion with him, and then Bruce Wayne shows up, and you're telling me this fucking like jawline, you couldn't figure it out.
Especially Robert Pattinson's his jaw.
No.
His jaw is very specific looking. Like
Yeah, but
very.
What is this fucking?
you have to
hole in his
remember that
mouth?
Superman. Remember Superman?
and
It was
like,
literally.
pinched his cheeks a little bit too. Like this. It was like I'm Batman.
Something's in my ass.
You guys remember the Superman ones?
No, I never watched anything
Well, okay,
Superman.
Superman, literally Clark Kent or whatever, just takes his glasses off, and people don't realize it's him. Like that's literally the distinction between
Yeah,
the
that
two.
was like the '60s though. you
Yeah,
know?
come on, that was
People.
These,
Yeah,
what
they
the,
didn't
all these
even- they
comics
didn't
are from the
have to,
same
like-
ones.
no, but
What,
we're watching
bro?
a movie from 2022. I don't want to. I want to believe. What's in his ass? What's in his ass?
The other thing that I saw was TikTokers are bringing back classic music, and one of them is Nirvana, and I kind of like.
30 years ago,
Yeah.
man, it is classic.
I mean,
And I saw something
classic
about
though,
like
but
Nirvana
yeah.
being super popular because TikTok's like discovering it.
Yeah.
And I know that we're old, but still, it just feels.
It's it's.
I guess it's my
at
first
that
time being
age-
like, "Fuck you, I'm old" or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's true. Like at that age, that's when I started listening to Nirvana too. It like speaks to that age. You know, that's when you like that band
Of like
a lot.
15-year-olds on TikTok.
It was like the Goo Goo Dolls is another one or something, and I was like,
When I was
oh.
15, I remember
Iris.
sitting on the bus, just like being like listening to my Walkman, just like something's in my head. And I'm like, yes, Kurt, I feel this.
Oh my god, he gets me.
Yeah. And then I became emo Batman. Also,
Aqua's jawline started growing and growing.
I'm gonna make sure not to tell my wife not to listen to this episode because she's a huge Batman fan. So.
I loved it.
It was good.
I thought it was
I thought it was
awesome.
great.
Yeah. Okay, I have like this weird thing with flooding where I fucking love flooding. I think watching Titanic at a young age did this to me. But I love when like
it's very strange.
when like human constructs, man-made areas that are not meant to be wet fill with water. I fucking love it.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Have you
There's
heard
all-
of the Lost
This
City
is
of Atlantis?
You have no idea how hard my dick got towards the end of Batman when they start flooding shit. I was
I
like,
don't know,
That
but
shit
please
really
tell
got
us.
dumb
I haven't
too.
seen that
But-
yet.
okay, well, it's not. It doesn't ruin anything.
It's
It wasn't
okay.
like a major plot, but
It's fine. I don't care. I'm kidding.
God, I was just like,
That wasn't made for Spoiler.
like a
Someone put
sexual
spoilers
thing?
before.
Yeah,
No, I
Zeechum's
just-
like, yes, fill it with water. Oh yeah.
I can't explain. You know, like I don't know. I
Said
can't
your dick
explain
got
it.
hard from it.
You know what I mean. I just enjoy
know, I'm
it
kidding.
like immensely.
You
Yeah.
should see when Zeechum gets an overflowed toilet. Oh boy. He's
Oh
really-
man.
I start seeing the water go out on the floor, and I'm like, how can I clog it even more?
The hole's clogged. Let it fill.
I just love water flooding things, man.
That
I
is
can't
no,
help it.
Zeechum. We're being real. That is insanely bizarre. No, that is not something a normal person can.
Like
relate to,
you
I
know
don't
in
think.
Titanic when like the lights are on
This
in the
feels
hallways, but
related to the
the
shell
water.
thing. Like he wanted to drink water out of the shell.
It's
I
also
feel like this is somehow
this
connected.
seems related to why it always goes on cruises. He loves Titanic sinking.
He wants it to sink. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, like, cool. I'm not arguing. I got some weird shit. I built a treehouse when I was 24, but that is
while
that
trespassing.
is strange.
While trespassing. Yeah,
It's
that's a
okay.
big point.
It's the idea of like, okay, I'm gonna think back even further. So there was this water park I went to when I was living in Dubai that
Mhm.
every hour it would like flood a little bit. Like the whole water park, it would flood like up to your knees.
What?
And I think maybe that did it to me. It was like a feature of the water park. Like the whole place
Oh.
was built to not look like it would be wet, and then every
Yeah.
like hour or so, like a quarter of the park would like flood. as
I
like a
thought you meant
gimmick.
like it was just so dodgy.
It's like a
that
bad water
somehow
park.
the plumbing would just like the fucking toilets would just like when someone would flush,
Children
the whole
die
park.
because the park like just floods all the time. I'm just into things flooded. Like Katie knows when she sees like an image of like a flooded subway or like or like just like a house where their basement has like filled with like a foot of water in their basement. She always sends me the photo, and I'm like, yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah.
That just seems like
That is
horrible to
strange.
me.
I like. We need to hear from the comments, but that is some weird shit.
I don't know what did it to me, but I really like it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Batman definitely fucking met your
Really-
needs, I guess.
Batman
yeah,
really
okay.
did it for me with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you like a gift of like some sort of submerged something.
Well,
Anyway.
okay, back
I
on the
had-
movie. Go ahead.
I had like this little, actually the best kid's toy I ever had in my life. It was like this, imagine like a table, but outside, and it's got all these little channels with like little levees and locks in it, and you fill it with like a garden hose,
Yeah.
and you just like move little boats through it, and I would just like
It's like a
flood the
canal,
shit
yeah.
out of like different canals.
Yeah.
Oh man, mwah. That was the best fucking toy. I want
You know
one
what
right
I
now.
Mostly did as a kid. That just brought back a memory.
8 bugs.
I would take my action figures, tie a string around their ankle, flush them down the toilet, let them fully flush, and I'd pull them back out.
No way! I'd never have done that. What?
It was really fun. I did that a lot.
You're going on an adventure.
Yeah.
There's some things in my toilet.
Like goes down the drain. Yeah, no, you guys never did that.
No.
No, I did normal
I one time-
things.
That was my thing.
I one time put my action figure's head up my ass.
Something.
Up my
Anyway.
dog's ass.
What?
But
What?
Okay, how'd that happen?
Hey, that's like animal abuse. What do you mean?
Why'd you shove
Just in
action
case Peter's
figure's
hearing,
head
just
up your
say
dog's
allegedly.
ass?
I
Why are you even going anywhere near your dog's ass?
Is this like childhood curiosity, like a 5-year-old? Like,
Yes. No,
Oh, okay.
no, I like how I like defended it as. I was like, no, it wasn't my ass. It was my
Oh
It
god.
didn't make it that much. I'd rather it be your
Time.
ass, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was like 6, 7 at the time, and I had like a stormtrooper action figure, and
And you're in too deep, man. You said it already, so
Say
now you gotta
allegedly.
explain it.
I just put the head of the stormtrooper in his ass. Like I just like.
Why?
I don't know.
God.
Why do kids do anything?
He was like Aqua. He's like, it's going on an adventure.
Like, okay, well, let's talk about this for a second. Some dogs have a very pronounced asshole. Like
Jackie would know. He's seen a lot of dog assholes.
Rottweilers have like their asshole is like it is like
You foster dogs. Is this why you're shoving action figures up all their asses?
I've never done it since, but at one point, and I remember it was a big deal because my mom was like, "What the fuck did you just do?" And I was all like,
She was watching. You did it with your mom, just like watching you.
The dog went like, what?
Oh my god.
Something's in my ass.
Jesus. Well, the Batman movie was something on my list I was going to talk about.
as Aqua was saying, we learn something new about Dickie every day. That is.
What did your mom say? What did she do?
Man, I thought my story was cool. He had to just like one up me completely. What the hell?
I don't remember the significance of it, but I have kept that in my like head of like something that like I'm not proud of, but like I remember that as a child. Like
how'd the dog take that? How'd they react to that?
like I think he gave it like a quick like because I don't remember the details, but I think I just like tried to because like I mean it's ass like I don't know the details, but he I think he just ran away.
I don't blame him.
Just a curious child. Didn't discovering the world, what you can and can't do. Right. At least he didn't
learned.
like
he was
the dog
okay.
or strangle it
He
or
was fine.
something.
His ass was okay.
Yeah.
Nothing was damaged.
And Decky learned from it. Yeah.
And yeah, I've learned. Honestly, I don't think I've learned anything from it until I talk to you guys about it right now, because that's probably the first time I've talked about it in 30 years. So
Well, you didn't do it again, so
it definitely did not do it again. Yeah.
This is essentially his therapy session, just so everyone knows. That's
Wow.
what this has become.
The game roll. And now I start to understand my fascination with holes.
I bet an
God
action
damn it.
figure's head could fit in that hole.
I was way more like
I never tied a string to my action figures and flushed them because that sounds amazing. Like I want to go do that shit right now.
Yeah, it was really cool. Honestly, they came up like totally clean, it's like no big deal. I was always expecting them to be covered in like some sort of like toilet paper particles or shit or
like a
something.
cartoon.
Those are gone.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
gone.
know.
Aqua like
I was
sleeping
I was
with
like
the
6 years old doing
Aqua
this. I don't
sleeping
know.
like with the G.I. Joe that night, like like just rubbing it on his mouth.
Yeah.
I was way more boy genius with my G.I. Joes. I had like a little remote control like Hummer, and I would like put the G.I. Joe like in the remote control Hummer and just drive it around.
I bet you came up with really cool, smart things to do. That was like the best and the brightest my mind could come up with. That was quite a contraption for me.
And then shove it up my ass. Adventure! Report back, Joe.
Tell me how it was.
Man, speaking of asses, I thought Aqua would have taken that opportunity to get us into Manscaped, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get us into Manscaped. By saying, attention, all my college comrades. The summer sun is just around the corner, and you know what that means. The water gets warmer, the skin gets darker, and the hair gets pubier? Luckily, our friends at Manscaped are here to make that summer bod pop with their 4th generation performance package, which includes their signature Lawnmower 4.0. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for Shaved Boy Summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code GAMERHOLE. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code GAMERHOLE, GAMERHOLE, no space. Get ready for Shaved Boy Summer, gamers.
Woo! Shaved Boy Summer.
I had
like
my
the
first
sound of that.
I had my
look good
first
on the beach.
day of summer today. It snowed 3 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and today it was 75. Fucking awesome.
Very cool.
It's like the 40s here, 50s here, tops.
I'm-
So
I lived it up today. I went outside and just walked around in my yard for maybe 3 hours.
nice.
I did that today too. I was outside, and that first nice day of the year, you know, and you gotta get out there. It's nice. It means something. You know?
I was just aimless. I had nothing
Back
to do.
that guy you were talking to about Florida, he's absolutely right. You should have been taking notes.
Yeah.
He's right. You need seasons. That first nice day of the year, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Yeah, and then
because
the and then the 200 days of snow. There's nothing like them.
like them.
it's
I
been
mean, you
70
really
degrees
appreciate
here
it.
for the past 3 months. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's
God.
beautiful. That's incredible. You think I
But,
could move somewhere where there's no bugs? Just like where bugs.
If you
straight
find a
up
place
don't-
that has no bugs, it's gonna you're gonna have tornadoes or volcanoes. You're
Yeah.
gonna die from some other natural disaster.
no
Unless
bugs,
it's like
Bugs
huh?
level that out.
one of like Jeff Bezos's islands or something where there's no bugs.
I
I think there's no bugs on an island.
Isn't that the thing with Disneyland? They have a shit that makes them
Oh, they
no
have like
bugs?
a mosquito counter division where they like come up with devices and little schemes to like kill off, to genocide all the mosquitoes at Disneyland.
I've
Do
heard
they do
rumors
that?
about it. I don't know the
they
details.
They do. They have like a whole division dedicated because it's all swamp, around Disneyland, and they don't want people to just be like, this place fucking sucks, and just like mosquito bites all over them. So they like mass treat like all the water in like a 5-mile radius or some shit, and
Yeah. Disney World lost its special privilege or whatever, didn't it?
I saw that. Yeah.
So now it's going to get taxed up the ass.
Yeah, Florida was like, damn, we hate Disney now. You
Yeah,
killed too many of our precious mosquitoes.
Stop killing our mosquitoes.
How do we stop Disney from killing the mosquitoes? Tax them. I'm just so fucking annoyed. I keep watching like movies and shit where people are like, they're in like their beautiful house where they have like, they've got like their doors wide open to their back porch, and they're just like living between their living room and their porch. It's like it merges into one, and I was like,
That indoor-outdoor lifestyle, that seems nice.
how is your house not full of just thousands of fucking gnats just like around every little light when you do that?
You don't even have that in your house was full of gnats.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's how it is here. There's no air conditioning, so you just open your window.
Yeah.
But there is very minimal mosquito action. A little bit, like this is Mexico summer, and you get a little bit. But like I have 0 mosquito bites on me.
I
We've
walk
had the windows
outside-
open every night for the past week.
What?
Is it like a desert climate, sort of?
Or no, we're like high in the mountains. It's like 7,000 feet elevation.
That's
so it's,
why. Yeah.
Yeah.
The poor little mosquitoes can't even make it up there.
I can't believe Zeechum has so much bug problems. at his
Dude,
place.
Yeah, Zeechum's got a lot of bug problems.
Yeah.
That's what I did today. I went around my house and I just sprayed the ortho like home begon stuff, and I felt like everyone was looking at me.
I can't believe we're talking about
poison.
bugs again.
Right.
Shit off, give me a goddamn break, man. We gotta choose one of the two.
Bugs or poop. Those are our two
We
things.
run out of stuff to talk about. We go right to the bugs.
Tons of stuff to talk about. You guys just love talking about bugs.
We can go back to talking about Batman's ass if you want.
He's got bugs up there too.
I'm running a bug orphanage here.
Yeah.
I
Aqua's
just
got a
let
bug
him
hole.
stay.
He just shoves the bugs
Yeah.
in there. Gives them
I
food every
just
once
let
in a
them
while.
stay.
He's got a bug bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
breakfast are
bug-
the crumbs from his.
I don't
from
know
his-
why I said orphanage. Yeah, a bed and breakfast, I think, is more.
The crumbs from your breakfast muffin, just like on the floor. Like, dinner, come get it.
Decky, you know, I was thinking, I remembered the other day when you were talking about like your favorite thing is to get like a coffee and a croissant,
Yes.
right? Or croissant, whatever.
Oh, you're French. I didn't know that.
I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it.
If you can say
But-
croissant, then you're French.
Croissant.
Are you gonna finish that croissant?
But yeah, so I went out for coffee recently, and they had a croissant, whatever. And I was like, damn, you know what? Decky gave this a great review. I'm gonna have a coffee and a croissant.
And you shoved it up your ass. I can't believe it.
And I shoved
When
it
he
up my
roos, it
dog's
was
ass.
horrible.
No, I'm kidding. I ate it, and it crumbled and cracked and disintegrated. It made such a mess. It was the messiest food in the world.
it's messy.
Hey, do you eat them outside? What do you do?
Well, no, yeah, you eat them on the
there's
street.
stains.
It's like you're on the street, and so like croissants, they are very flaky, but they are
So
also very
flaky.
moist. And that's the difference between a good croissant, bad croissant. It's a whole complicated thing. You probably had a decent one, but
was
even
good.
if you
It
get a
tasted
decent one,
great,
and it
but-
is semi moist, and it's got all these layers and everything else,
Yeah.
it is still very much messy. That is true. Like when I eat one, I'll literally put my trash can in between my legs, and I'll like eat over it.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Mount
Just-
the
you-
trash can.
I generally just eat over the plate. You just eat over the plate.
You really
No,
have
no,
to
no.
like eat over
Impossible.
the plate though. Like you have
Yeah.
to really try and contain this. It's
Yeah.
like
It's a little
Yeah,
bit flaky.
no, insane.
It is
Like-
definitely a
Yeah.
very messy.
It's not for novice
pastry?
eaters, Aqua.
Yeah.
It's for more.
I am a very novice, messy
skilled
eater.
eater. It's for
And
someone-
let me
it's like
tell
a
you,
level
a
6.
croissant is out of my wheelhouse.
But the flakes, the breading, it was fantastic. No,
Oh, it tasted great. But what
Mhm.
makes this even more concerning is my mom told me on numerous occasions when I was a baby or a little tyke, like a little kid, they gave me croissants all the time to eat because I loved them. And she told me that like I would eat them like in bed.
Yeah. You were probably a kid with a very dirty bed. Your mom probably had to clean that bed every once in a while.
I must
Yeah.
have been sleeping with
Mhm.
like my entire mattress must have been made out of croissant flakes. Why would she let me eat that in bed?
Well, she figured, you're
That's
flushing
like-
you're
that's
flushing
like
your toy
abuse.
down the toilet and then sleeping with it. She's like, whatever. If you're gonna sleep with a toy that's been in the
She
toilet,
told me she would let me sleep with rain boots on because I never wanted to take them off, and she would let me eat croissants in bed. So me wearing my shoes in bed from outside, my boots and the croissant flakes.
And the
It's
shit
amazing
covered
I didn't
G.I.
get a
Joe.
disease. Yeah, my shit covered action figures that I flushed down the toilet and brought back up.
Bro, parents in the
sleeping.
90s were different types of
Yeah.
parents.
that is because this is the weird thing for me. I'm a filthy human being. My girlfriend is Latina, and the Latina stereotypes, they're 100% real. But well,
I don't know them. What are they?
I don't know them.
angry,
Mm.
clean.
Mm-hmm.
Loving,
Yeah,
Loving.
love your
Oh,
nice,
that's
kind,
precious, smart, funny.
but angry and clean being the
You cannot speak about Mexican culture, yours or whatever.
I'm just speaking from experience. It's fine. Guys, please help. Help. No,
She's
Blink
not angry.
twice,
She's not
Jackie.
angry.
but yeah, there's stereotypes with that, and at least from my experience, some of them are very true.
Yeah, look how
she
clean
is-
his apartment is. Oh my god.
She is very cleanly, and I will go ahead and like do something. She's like, "This is terrible. Like, do it again." And so I try very hard, but where it switches is bed, and she will eat like a sandwich in bed.
That's a
And
girl thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, the crumbs are on the sheets, and she's like, it's on my side. I'm like, no, they've gotten to my side, and I will spend like 5 minutes like sweeping and using my hand to try and like.
I catch her eating fucking popcorn in there and shit all the time.
Yes, popcorn.
I can't.
Why do girls love
She's
popcorn?
super clean too. What is that? I've noticed in my experience, girls do a lot of extraneous activities like while sitting in bed. It's really weird. I don't know. Like for all, like a lot of the girls I've known in my life, they've all done this, and it's very strange. Like, it's weird. They like sit in there and do stuff like
I know they operate in they
do. It's very weird.
they like conduct business like while they're like just
they
like
do.
in bed, like their little
I've noticed
laptops
this.
and buckets of popcorn and then like
This is not for that.
like
This is
papers
like a-
and pens
this is
and
a
like
couch thing at most. Maybe at a desk, really. Like
Maybe I'm a girl because I mean I have no problem with this stuff. Like I don't.
you eat in bed.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
you're a monster.
I mean, I rarely do it, but like if you're watching, like we watch Batman.
the bugs.
We
in the
watch
bed.
Batman. We watch Batman like in our bedroom on the TV there in bed.
Yeah.
So we ate
we'll watch
popcorn.
movies in bed. No food there.
No, we had food when we watched the movie. We had popcorn and chocolate and stuff.
That ain't right.
Yeah, see, she was great with that because they love that.
They all do it.
That just
I
ain't
will
right.
have a mess everywhere. I will shit on the ground. I will goddamn do whatever else. But like, if I eat in bed, I will sit on the exact corner right there, and I will sit on outside of the covers, and I will like lean over and like eat whatever I'm doing, making sure I have a plate under it because no crumbs are allowed.
I mean, we're both very careful. Like me and my wife are both very careful when we're in. Like we usually do the same thing. We're on top of the sheets and we're getting the food. We're being careful when we eat in the bed, but it's not unheard of. It's like, oh, we're watching a movie. You might as well have popcorn.
That would
or
never
whatever.
fly with me. No.
Yeah.
Whatever. Aqua doesn't like to have fun
I'm
in his
glad
bed.
I'm not alone in this.
you
She
heard it
gets
here.
Angry at me all the
No
time. She's like,
sex either.
Yeah, no fun in the bedroom.
Way too dirty.
No physical contact at all.
Yeah.
Aqua's got one of those 1940s beds that splits into two twins. I'm like inside
That's
the
right.
room.
I need a very clean,
My-
pristine, pure bed. No crumbs.
It's like
Nothing.
it's got like the plastic covers on it.
My bed gets like fully washed and cleaned like every 2 days though. Like my girlfriend just likes changing them and
You know why? Because it's full of fucking crumbs.
yeah, croissants in bed. Okay, well, moving on.
Don't be offended.
beds
None
are
of you
messy.
guys-
That's all. I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to. You're just
None of
Yeah.
you guys have watched Northman yet?
no.
Not yet.
I'm so sad. I'm so.
gonna
like,
by
I
the
talked about this
time
last
we
week,
record
being like,
next,
I know
I'll
they'll
have
seen
seen
it by now, but it's a week later.
I'll have watched it by the time we get to next week.
I will not have watched it by the time next week.
We
And
will
just to
all
reiterate,
spoil
I'm
it
not
for
trying to
Kings
say it's
next
the
week.
best movie ever. Because I'm very excited to talk about it, but I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest thing. But it was good.
I'm excited to talk about this giant
It was
fucking
good.
hole in the middle of Montana. As well.
Yeah, you
I
guys
also
also
wanna
need to
watch
watch that too. Yeah, so
This hole.
All right, we have homework this week. All of us.
Everyone who's listening to this
You
right now,
too,
you have
listener.
homework.
You have to watch the whole
The
show.
The whole show on Amazon. Most of you should have Amazon Prime, and you probably
You
given
have to
your
watch
Prime-
Outer Range. You have to
do you
watch
guys
it.
do you guys ever assign homework on Twitch to your
No.
chat?
Yes,
Oh, I
Squeaks,
do.
Squeaks does every single fucking video. Yeah.
I do that a lot.
This is gamer hole homework. We're all gonna
Yeah.
watch the Outer Range together.
Outer Range.
And there better be
Outer
something
Range.
in this hole, or else
Mhm.
something's in this hole. Okay, I think episode 72 is a wrap, unless anybody
got
has
so
any
much stuff,
closing
though.
remarks.
yeah, King's hit us with it. Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah,
King
yeah.
said he had some real shit to
Please.
talk about.
I mean,
I feel
well,
like
one
there
of them
was
we're
real
probably
shit
not
to
going to
talk
talk about because it's Twitch related, and I know you guys hate talking about that. But we didn't even talk about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial at all.
Speaking of shit, she shit
Yeah.
I can't believe she shit in his bed.
We always talk about shit.
He was probably eating croissants in there too.
Amber,
Honestly,
the court records show Amber was eating in bed.
She definitely was.
Like all the guys in the jury are like, "Oh my god!"
All the girls are like, whatever, whatever.
honestly, that entire thing's been like it's
Awesome.
been sad on awesome and sad at the same time on one level. There's been a lot of fantastic memes that come out of it at the same
The
time.
memes have been pretty strong.
I love how just
Yeah.
chill Johnny Depp is about everything. I'm kind
Yeah,
of frustrated with how slow he talks, but I don't know if he's got like a condition or something. I don't know.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
feel like that's ever since Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was gonna say, I think he's just strung. Like, I think that it's just years of drugs that like does that.
Sure. It's
yeah,
just
he talks so. I think that every clip that I'm watching, I'm like, holy fucking shit.
like I'm not upset. I'm not angry at the guy, but just tell me about when she shits in the bed. Just tell me.
Exactly. I
love
thought
him.
the
I
exact
love him,
same
though.
thing. But like overall, I think that's a very good progression as far as just like culture in general that males can have, their side of abuse too.
Especially with her being like, go ahead, tell him. Who are they going to believe?
Yeah.
Oh, you're being abused? Sure, Johnny, sure. After she's like beat the shit out of him for 3 years and shit in his bed. And
Yeah.
So like there's a lot good coming out of it. There's also fantastic memes. That is a very peculiar thing. And it's also just weird like how televised or
That's what I
open
thought.
all the content is. That is like what the fuck is this?
It is
and then other
strange,
people have
isn't
been
it?
like, what about the whole like Giselle Maxine
Exactly,
or whatever,
yeah.
the fucking
well, it depends on the state and the
Yeah.
court. Because some states are not, there's like rules
who the
against
fuck
having
it is and what it's going to cover, but
Yeah.
like, about like what you're allowed to film in some courts. It depends on the state. Some states there was like this big issue in the 40s of like cameras and shit in courtrooms. And they're like, fuck it, from now on you gotta have a guy in here painting everything. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But props for my boy Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. Love him.
No, but I was just gonna talk about how I watched some of that and I was just like, it's so like every single question that's asked, every single one's being like like objected, right? Like to just keep fucking it's so
They
I
always
know you
do
have
that.
I know you have to do it by the fucking books, but like it's so bad. And like I think that's one of the reasons why Johnny Depp is struggling for words and other people are struggling for words because if they say one thing that's slightly,
Have you guys ever testified?
no.
No.
I've been asked to a few times, but I was really young and my parents didn't want me.
I did it
Like,
once.
They didn't want
Never
me in
testified.
that.
You were in a
mixed up
jury
in it.
or you testified?
I was like on the stand being asked questions and
About
stuff.
what?
Can't
I
say.
saw a hit and run.
Oh.
Oh.
And
No
also he
way.
was a
I've
hitman.
never. I was called to jury duty while I was in Mexico, and they sent it to like my place, and then like I ended up having to have my dad go to the courthouse and be like, "He's in Mexico," and they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's fine. We'll go to the next person."
Yep.
I got called for jury duty when I like my final like year of high school. I was like 18 and I
Turned
just
18
signed
now?
up. Like right when you turn 18, you sign up for selective service, right?
Yep.
The draft and jury duty.
Draft and jury duty. And
Yeah.
right when I signed up, within like 3 months, I got fucking called.
Bad luck.
Right? And I am so scared. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this at all. And I show up for jury duty and I was fucking late. I was super late. And it was in the middle of winter. Couldn't find anywhere to park my car, which made me late. I was the last person to come through the doors. I made it to jury duty the second the line of potential jurors were like moving into the courtroom. I caught up to them as the very last person as we entered.
Mhm.
I was like that close to missing it. And I had to like run through the snow to like get to the courthouse. My eyes were like watering. I looked like I was like crying. I walk in and the judge is like, okay, I'm going to call some names. And he called my name first. And I was like, oh, I'm fucked. And he was like, everybody whose name I just called, you can go home.
Yep.
And I was like, awesome.
Thank God. Yeah.
And I went home.
It's pretty scary being up there.
It's
you know?
freaky just being
'Cause
in
you
the
see,
courtroom.
like the people involved, all the juries there, the judge, all that shit, and you're standing there, and then the lawyer they ask you questions in like a way that's like meant to trip you up and confuse you and get you to say like something wrong that they could like gouge to like twist the case a certain way.
They want to be like, well, this guy clearly isn't trustworthy. Right.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy. like Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't want to ever do that again. That was a mistake, showing up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got asked to show up to one when I was like, again, like 18. And my parents were like, you can't. It's too much for an 18-year-old to be like, 18 and doesn't really want to like get caught up in this. And then have them be like, come testify that my parents like did this or didn't do this. And it's like, I don't want to. Yep. Not as cool as a hit and run. Sorry.
That's cool.
It wasn't cool, I would say.
Aqua went in with like aviators on. It was like, I saw
the whole thing.
Him right there.
I was like, I'm the star witness.
Yeah.
You're like, I'd like to call a surprise witness. I saw it all. Can you point to the man who hit and run? Him. That's him, Your Honor.
Yep.
And his is he in this? Did they ask you that? Were they like, is the man who did the hit and run in this courtroom today? Can you point him out? They make you do that.
They like asked me to describe him, like the driver.
So did
stuff.
you like
That's
look
exciting.
at the guy and describe him?
It's like, well, he's right there. Exactly him sitting there, right there.
Well, I think you all could just take
they
a look.
didn't say, is this the guy? I don't think they can do that.
They have to build a foundation before they can do that, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they want
Some
to
sort
do
of
that
weird
because
thing.
they're trying to defend him, and then they're like, "Is this him?" And you can just be like, "Yeah."
Especially the whole Johnny Depp thing is like, I don't watch a lot of court bullshit. I watched from Judge Judy when I was 12, but like all of the proper language and like I was just like, Johnny, say she shit the fucking bed, dude.
Yeah.
And he's all like, she had some human fecal matter, blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Johnny, just come on, she shit in the bed. Like,
exactly. But like it's such, especially like I mean for us, like we stream, that's it. There's no HR. There's no appropriate, not appropriate for the workplace kind of bullshit, especially for me. So like just like that entire thing, it's like painful to like listen to. I'm just like, just say it. Say she shit the bed. Say it. It hurts me. It hurts me hearing all this like roundabout bullshit to try and like
that they have to do
standards. Yeah.
Because if he said, "Oh, she shit the bed," they'd be like, sorry, you can't say that because you don't know that she's the one that shit it. You have to, it's like dumb hearsay."
Exactly, and it's just like, like that shit drives me fucking insane.
Yeah. She could have got it from a plastic bag.
I understand the shit behind it, but fucking gets me goddamn hot.
So I smelled it, and it smelled like one of her shits.
I would know.
It's definitely an amber shit.
One of the other things I was going to talk about was the fact that Ubisoft soon might not be Ubisoft.
I have not heard this.
Well, so Ubisoft is currently being like looked at selling Ubisoft to another company. And then also they're making a new Overwatch, just so everyone knows.
Another one.
Overwatch 2 was announced like a year or two ago.
No, like 4 years ago.
No. Overwatch is not owned by Ubisoft. I mean, the team brawler type of game is being made by Ubisoft now as a competitor to Overwatch 2.
I mean, half of Ubisoft.
That's
most
all.
of Ubisoft
Everyone makes
shit is all this
it was
brawlers.
Okay. It was a big thing on Reddit because it was announced not publicly. It was a coder for them or whatever privately put out
Leaked.
Project Q or whatever, leaked it with all this other stuff, and then Ubisoft recently, like today or yesterday, I think, said, yes, we're working on Project whatever, which is going to be a team brawler. And then they looked, I guess like someone else saw that they're filing to like have people buy them out essentially. So it's
I
like,
bet it'll be a big hit, Ubisoft. I'm so over Team Brawler fucking games.
Well, there's like a million of them. That's a problem.
Yeah, I've got no interest because there's just so many.
I feel like Ubisoft usually, I mean, they have a couple of their own things, but I feel like a lot of the times they're jumping on the bandwagon at the end. Like, a year ago at E3 or something, they released something where it's like some like edgy shit of like spray painting, doing this and that, like crazy awesome. And it was like, it's direct copy of, I don't even know what.
They're always doing that though.
They did that VR that failed
normal.
like really quickly, and that was essentially just
Oops.
any other VR.
Oh yeah.
We should. Let's
real
make
question
let's make a Daisy 2.
I fucking wish. I wish. God damn it. Where's Daisy 2? God damn it. We talked about it on Members Only episode. I want it. I need it. I like, and recently Bohemia did release like new footage, new stuff about their new engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's all going to be Arma 4, we know. But with Arma 4 does come Daisy 2.
Yeah. There will be a modder that at least does Daisy 2.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn hurry it up. I'm waiting.
Yeah, but they'll call it like Epoch or some shit.
No, call it
Yeah,
Daisy
could you
2. Everybody in the
imagine-
fucking world will buy it.
Could you imagine Daisy with like a tighter like control scheme and
Tarkov. Daisy, but with
responsiveness?
Tarkov controls.
Not even like
With like
even
Halo
like
controls.
a third person. I don't know what to compare it to. That would be like really good in my opinion.
Rust controls.
Daisy's
No.
perfect as it is. You take all that back. It's
Is it?
fantastic. It's
It's
perfect.
not too bad.
The only thing I don't love about Daisy is the durability of items. Like you get shot in the chest, and now you got to deal with like, oh, the bullet hit the vest, but it also went through and it hit this pan, so now you can't use the pan, and you can't use anything that was in the pan. That's all
I
ruined.
love that.
I like
Yeah, well,
that
that's
actually.
great.
yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
I love
about?
that. And then you go to like
It's
loot,
not hard to find a leather repair kit.
and then you go to
stuff.
loot somebody, and like half the shit's ruined because you dared to
Well, yeah,
shoot them.
because you didn't shoot him in the head because you
Yeah.
were a dumbass.
I love
chum.
That's why you got to
That's what makes it amazing.
Yeah, that's what's so good. You got to be like, oh, of course I know where the water fountain is. And then when they drink out of the water fountain, you put a nice clean shot right between the eyes.
Okay, I've got some action figures I need to send on an adventure. So, so now episode 72 is now it's a wrap, right, guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for
That was
watching.
fun.
See it. We'll see you next. We'll see you every Thursday for the rest of your
Every
life.
Thursday.
What's up, gamers? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We put a lot of work into these. If you liked it, consider becoming a member just by clicking the join button down below this video. Becoming a member will get you access to exclusive members-only benefits like a monthly live stream, as well as an extra hour-long episode every week on top of the main episode. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next week.